The NTSB has finally released the contents of the Blackhawk's flight recorders, and the findings are surprising. Today, we're breaking down exactly what happened, the critical mistakes, and the chilling last moments before impact. Let's get into it. From night vision complications to crucial missed radio transmissions, this investigation reveals just how small mistakes can lead to disaster. First, let's establish what kind of flight this was. According to the NTSB, this wasn't just a routine operation. It was a check ride. The pilots were conducting a combination of an annual proficiency and night vision goggle qualification flight. And here's where things start to take a turn. When pilots wear night vision goggles, their peripheral vision shrinks drastically, from 180 degrees to just 40. That means anything outside their direct line of sight is virtually invisible. The NTSB believes the pilots still had their goggles on during the crash, since there was no recorded discussion about removing them, which is a required procedure. About 4 minutes before impact, the pilot flying reported an altitude of 300 feet. The instructor corrected him, saying they were actually at 400. This discrepancy suggests a possible altimeter miscalibration, meaning they might have thought they were at a different altitude than they really were. Pilots rely on barometric altitude readings, which measure air pressure to determine height, but barometric pressure shifts. And if the pilots didn't correctly calibrate their altimeters, they could have had conflicting readings, yet there was no discussion about this altitude discrepancy in the cockpit. That could have been a critical missed opportunity to correct an error before it was too late. Just under 2 minutes before impact, air traffic control alerted the Blackhawk to a CRJ aircraft circling to runway 33. But there was a problem. The Blackhawk pilots never heard the word circling. That meant they knew about the CRJ but had no idea where it actually was. Then, just 7 seconds before the accident, the controller instructed the Blackhawk to pass behind the CRJ, but the pilots accidentally keyed their mic while the message was being transmitted, cutting off the most critical part of the instruction: pass behind. This simple mistake meant the Blackhawk pilots never heard that they were supposed to pass behind the CRJ. Aviation radios use amplitude modulation, which means only one transmission can go through at a time. Modern digital radios could solve this issue, but aviation relies on older technology for compatibility reasons. In the final moments, the instructor in the Blackhawk believed ATC wanted them to move left toward the riverbank. At that moment, their radio altimeter read 278 feet. Meanwhile, the CRJ pilots saw the danger and made dramatic control inputs, pitching the nose up and banning left to avoid impact. But it was too late. The Blackhawk was flying level, unaware of the imminent collision. And crucially, no electronic warning system alerted them to the approaching CRJ. What went wrong? The NTSB highlights several key failures. Altitude discrepancies. The pilots may have had different altitude readings and never corrected them. Radio confusion. They didn't hear critical parts of ATC's instructions. Situational awareness loss. Their night vision goggles, limited visibility. Technology limitations. No ADS-B data was transmitted from the Blackhawk, so its location wasn't digitally tracked. This accident sheds light on just how fragile aviation safety can be. The NTSB is still investigating, but one thing is clear: better communication, technology, and training could help prevent tragedies like this in the future. What do you think? Should aviation radios be updated? Should pilots receive more rigorous night vision training? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth analysis.